thank you for staying with us. World Oral Health Month.
You should just simply have called
everything is happening in March.
You should just have called it World Mouth Day.
Wednesday, the 20th of March was World Oral Health Day. And some people are here from Unilever to tell us a few things about how to look after our mouths. You know how those mouths can sometimes
they generate,
as they say.
They just generate an environment. They generate an ambience.
That is not very pleasant.
And ambience.
I'd like to welcome the category manager, Oral Care, Unilever PLC, Eva Ugudu. Good morning.
Good morning.
And he's come along with Stanley Okeke, Research and Development Manager, Unilever Nigeria PLC. Good morning.
Good morning.
And thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
We're glad to have you because this mouth business is very important. There's nothing important. You hate more than standing and talking to someone and you want to turn your face away discreetly because they are, what word shall I use? They are pouring something on you that you don't particularly like. So it's something that we would all like to learn about. So explain to us, Ms. Ogudu, why oral health is so important for our overall well-being.
So I think it's because of the scale of the problem. There are about 2.9 billion people affected by oral health diseases. Yes, and that's half the population of the world.
Wait, okay. Break it down to Nigeria.
Yeah.
200 million of us.
Yeah. So more than half of Nigerians are affected by oral health diseases. And the sad thing is some of them don't know. Quite a huge chunk of these people are not aware of the issue. And most of the oral diseases that's out there are actually preventable. So you can actually prevent it.
So is it every oral disease? Let me ask you, Stanley, is it every oral disease that starts with?
So there are a ton of oral health problems that we could have.
Do they all
right?
smell?
Yeah, no, they don't all smell. But if not taken care of,
why are you looking at me like that?
So if not well taken care of, yes, it could start to smell, right? So we have a host of them. We have cavities, we have bad breath, we have gum health issues, we have tooth sensitivity, right? And if you have a problem like tooth sensitivity, trust me, it won't smell, right? But if not taken care of, it could lead to, other health problems that could now lead to, this sensitivity.
So let me try to paint a basic picture. So tooth sensitivity is like, say, the roof is having problem, Abi?
Yes.
And then if you don't take care of the roof, it can go to the foundation.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
You will pay for that consultant.
So back to Eva. In our environment, what are the most common oral health issues that people face?
The most prevalent one is tooth decay. Yes, tooth decay is the most prevalent one, and
but it's painful. So why don't they see the doctor?
So I mean that's why Pepsodent we're here, because that's why we're also like being an advocate for oral health disease. So we're starting that with World Oral Health Day. It's a day set aside to create awareness on the issue. I mean, if you are not aware of the issue, how do you even start solving it? So that's why we're here. And like I said, tooth decay is the most prevalent one, and it's very painful. But before it gets to that pain, it has started. So you need to, take preventive measures so you don't get to the point where it's painful. And it also affects kids. In fact, kids are the most affected. So if an adult goes through that pain, imagine what effect it has on kids who go through pain and then start having, self-esteem issues and uncomfortable, cannot stay in school.
It is civil war to get children to wash their mouths, right?
Yeah, so that's where we come in. So we actually have a program called Schools Program, where we go into schools to educate them and sometimes give them free dental care on Wednesday, which was World Oral Health Day, we actually went to about 16 schools simultaneously in Lagos, and we had a bit of an event at the Makoko Primary School, which is a public school, and we gave them free dental check. We had over 18 dentists who were stationed to, like, talk to them, let them understand that visiting a dentist is not scary, because they always think that way. So we gave them free check, and they went through the experience, so they now understand what it means to, like, try and visit the dentist. And we're doing it across Nigeria. Like, we've just started.
Better, because I could imagine somebody in Kebbi State now wondering, when is it going to be our turn?
No, so we're actually going to go around 33 locations pan Nigeria with the Nigerian Dental Association.
Is there a children's Pepsodent, by the way?
Not in this moment.
No. Okay.
So the Pepsodent we currently have can be used for kids.
Exactly.
Yes, so it's actually a family brand, Pepsodent, so it can be used for kids, but you have to use it under controlled
I'm talking about children who don't spit out when they brush.
Yes.
You brush and they swallow it.
That's why they're asked to use pea size. You're asked to use pea size with the supervision of an adult. Yes. So even with kids' toothpaste, it's the same thing. It's the same direction for any toothpaste. Right? Kids' toothpaste is just
pea size. What's that?
Pea size.
Maybe
we can speak.
Oh, pea size.
Pea size.
Okay.
Like
exactly.
a
The
small
size of. Okay.
Yeah. So just to build on her point, I think you made a fantastic point around, cavities, tooth decay being painful, right? I think what the strategy for us is to go through the journey with Nigerians to say it doesn't start from the pain, right? It starts from what we call caries or cavities, which you don't see with your eyes, right? So before it gets to the point where it's painful, that's where Pepsodent come in. Right, to prevent it from moving from.
So how does that happen? How does Pepsodent address these concerns?
Yeah, so I think the first and most important point is the product in itself has been carefully designed, right, with products and ingredients that ensure that we have these benefits. Now, one of them is the calcium and the fluoride component that we have. So fluoride basically helps you remineralize your tooth. Right, and calcium, is one of the ingredients that your tooth is made up of, right? So the complex of fluoride and calcium helps you to ensure that you are having that constant tooth remineralization, and in that instance, you are helping provide and prevent against tooth holes or cavities that would then develop into the tooth decay and have the painful experience that we do not want. So that's one of the ways where Pepsodent, carefully designed with a team of not just local contacts, a network that spans across local R&D, global R&D, partnering to design a product that gives us these benefits that we're preaching through.
One of the things that you oral health people tell us is that we should brush twice a day. I have a difficulty brushing once, and now you want me to brush twice a day. I can imagine somebody saying, I have enough problem. I get out of home 4 a.m. I come back 12 midnight, and you're asking me to brush twice a day. So how I don't know, what other oral care practices do you recommend? But maybe you should first of all even give us an understanding of why twice, and what other practices can help.
Yeah, so you're correct, right? First off, it's important to brush twice a day, right? And that's because, we do a lot of things during the course of the day. We put a lot of things in our mouth. We have a lot of engagements during the day. So I think,
will wash it in the following morning.
So I think the important thing is to realize that there are lots of microorganisms in our mouth. We have a lot of good ones. We also have a lot of bad ones. Now, what creates these oral health problems is the bad ones. And that's what we want to prevent against through advising that we brush twice a day, in the morning and at night, right? And we think it's important, but also re-emphasizing your point on, is it just brushing twice a day that's relevant? No. So there are also best approaches of how to brush. We always recommend use a soft to medium hard toothbrush. We also recommend, we also check the sort of diets that we have. But most importantly, that we also defer and refer to dentists who are most specialists, right? We should ideally have a visit to the dentist a minimum of twice a year. Right, so maybe once every 6 months, at least, to ensure that our oral hygiene is, is top notch, right? And we are preventing against such oral health problems.
I wish the camera picked Alera's face.
If However, brush twice a day, yes. But I once listened to a debate regarding when in the morning should you brush. Since you brushed last night before going to bed,
and you didn't eat anything,
you haven't eaten anything, can you just wake up in the morning, rinse your mouth, eat, and then brush thereafter? I saw that debate, or I listened to that debate.
Yeah. So, I think in different climes, it could, we could have different solutions to that. However, I would always suggest and recommend that we also lean into what our dentist recommendations would be, right? Because
what do they normally recommend?
So it's based on personal preferences, right? Ideally, with the practice that we have, we would recommend when you get up in the morning, you brush, right? We are also aware that you could eat and have, go about your day with every other thing that you do, which is also why we recommend you brush at night, because we are not going to say after you have every meal or you have every engagement, you go to brush. People are able to do that, which is fine.
Some people do that. Or some people just rinse after every meal.
Exactly, right? Yes. But we are sure that the product is able to deliver those benefits if you brush first thing in the morning and if you brush last thing at night, because it keeps you protected all through the course of the
before
day.
breakfast.
Yeah.
Interesting. So people actually brush after every meal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good luck to them.
Yes.
You guys must be selling a lot more Pepsodent by that. Okay, go ahead.
So how is Pepsodent celebrating World Oral Health Day?
What we did was we started with a press conference. Remember I said that there's a problem and you need to create awareness on the problem. So we started with a press conference on Monday, which was 18th of March. So we, invited Media House to talk about the problem. So in our presence, we had the Nigerian Dental Association, we had the Ministry of Education, we also had the Medical and Dentist Association of Nigeria present, just to talk about the problem and what we have planned to do. Then on the 20th, which was on Wednesday, we also, like I said, we visited about 16 schools simultaneously to educate them. We sampled them, we gave them free dental check. We also engaged the teachers because, of course, they look up to the teachers. And then we taught them some of the habits that they have to face. Kids, remember, are change agents. They can convince their parents, they convince their siblings and all of that. And what you teach them, they take it and imbibe it. And one key
my
way
teacher said.
Yes, exactly.
Mommy, my teacher said.
And I remember you were talking about, trying to imbibe the habit of brushing twice. So there's studies that shows that if you continue to do a habit for 21 days, it becomes it's something that will not be part and parcel of you. Yes. So that's one of the initiatives we use for our schools program. When we go into schools, we give them a calendar. It's called the 21 days calendar, of course, in collaboration with the school leads and the Ministry of Education. So that, kids are actually, they like to do, they like to act. So you tell them, if you brush in the morning, take it. If you brush in the night. So when you take it home, with teachers also reminding them to bring it to the school and, just check on their tracking. After 21 days, it's something they will continuously to insist at home. And when they grow up, it will become that issue you are having now where you are struggling to brush morning and night.
You know that there are 200-something million U's that you're pointing to right now.
We understand that. We understand
that. 200-something million U's that you're pointing to. You're talking to 200
no way. I was one of
million
that.
of
I
us.
used to be that. I used to be that some time ago.
Be advised. Be advised.
Yeah.
What was your experience at that engagement?
Oh my God.
Especially about the knowledge or education, the literacy of people, young and old, about oral health from the engagement that you had.
So I think it was very enlightening. Because, like I said, it's really just about the awareness. So we've been on this journey for a while. So we actually have an ambition to reach 10 million kids by 2025. And so far, we've done about 7 million. This year alone, we are targeting 2 million kids. So we are still on a journey. And I think by 2025, we'll increase that promise again.
You remember
However,
that 2025 is next year.
Yes, and we have done 7 million. We're doing
already?
2 million this year.
Okay.
So we already know we would achieve that goal. We keep our promise. We always do. But like I said, it's satisfactory and it's enlightening to see that people have issues that they don't know about. So being an agent to first of all, even create that awareness to make them understand the issue before it escalates is very, very important. For myself, when I visited the dentist some years ago, the first issue I had was they actually recognized that there was a hole in my tooth that had just started. So what they had said was it's not bad yet for it to be taken out. All I had to do was to go to a dentist to fill it. But that was when they also recommended to me that continuously visit the dentist at least twice a year, because then any issue that would have just started at inception would be picked and you can easily treat it. So for me, experiencing that, I feel very happy to be part of this project and part of this course, because just imagine what I would have gone through. The money I'm trying to save not visiting the dentist, I would have spent, 10 times that amount, trying to go through any surgical operation or what have you. And then the pain that comes with it, I won't be able to live life as I used to live again, or eat the nice things I want to eat.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Or I've just used touch and go, don't mind.
What is touch and go?
Touch and go never, you touch it never goes.
Stanley,
Yes.
please help me. How can one tell someone that they have halitosis, mouth odor?
They have MO.
So again, based on the culture that we are currently in,
You see that she's covering her face?
It's a sensitive conversation, right?
Exactly.
Very sensitive.
Exactly.
It's a very sensitive conversation. And I think what's most important is, and that's one of the things we are preaching today, to say, let's imbibe the right oral hygiene across. We are not oblivious of the fact that we have people that have these oral health problems today. But, our approach to it is to then say, how do we mitigate this on a widespread scale? Maybe not specific to that. But again, based on your relationship with, whomever, it's easy to say, we trust that if you use this product it gives you, these benefits. And Pepsodent is designed such that aside what we are preaching around prevention of cavities, we are also designed to prevent, to give you long-lasting fresh breath, right? Because we also have...
Essentially, what you are saying, the summary of what you're saying, how to answer that question, the summary of what you're saying is just give him one Pepsodent. Is that not what you're saying?
Exactly.
You just say that.
But you have to do it with love so that you don't get pushed back.
Because at the end of the day, what we are trying to get everyone to do is to have a confident smile. So you could have the right conversation.
It's easy to do it with love. Just wrap it. It is with love. Just wrap it with ribbon.
Let me also just quickly add to that.
Yes.
What we are advocating for is preventive measures.
Exactly.
You understand? Yes.
So, which brings me to the topic, what causes mouth odor?
Okay.
So mouth odor is caused by a host of things. First off, I said the mouth has a lot of microorganisms. We have good
bacteria,
ones, we have bad ones, right? So, we have situations where we eat a lot of things during the course of the day, and those things are left in our mouths, right? Because it's not every time we are able to brush. So what happens is the bad bacteria eats into some of the residue that we have in our mouth, and they release what we'll call, volatile sulfur compounds that have a stench, right?
Yeah, of course. You said there is good bacteria and bad bacteria in the same compound.
Yes.
No, in our mouth.
In the mouth.
The same compound now.
Yeah.
So now the good bacteria sit down, fold hand, they look. And the bad bacteria, they carry gun, they shoot my mouth. And they look. They will look.
And they didn't do anything.
They didn't do anything. They didn't do anything.
So they're actually doing something, right? But they have different, they have different, how would I say? They have different functions, right? So the ability for we to have the right taste, have the right, for our mouth to operate optimally, we need, or for our body to operate optimally, we need microorganisms to drive that. However, it still doesn't mean that the good ones will attack the bad ones, which is why we are saying through our product, if you understand how it works, right? Bad bacteria having interactions with the residue in our mouth causes this. But we are then saying through Pepsodent, right, we are able to prevent against it, because the key thing for us is prevention. We're able to prevent against this to say, we are going to give you a white teeth, we're going to give you a clean mouth, and we're going to give you long-lasting freshness, because we've been deliberately designed to attack those bad bacteria that causes bad breath.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's not all. So, for Pepsodent, are there other upcoming initiatives, or campaigns from your organization or from the product aimed at educating the public about oral hygiene?
Absolutely, absolutely. So we have a lot of activities lined up. We have, like I said, the schools programs, targeting the kids. It's basically like a behavioral change initiative, so that we start, catch them young, and they can then imbibe the habits. So we go into schools, we educate them, we sample them, of course. Then we incorporate the 21-day calendar into their curriculum.
Is there any program for adults, like the parents who themselves need to model behavior?
And we have, so that's why I started with the schools program, but we also have dental outreach we run, and then we collaborate with the Nigerian Dental Association and the Ministry of Health. So currently, we have actually just started after the World Oral Health Day. We're in 33 locations already, into communities, into the rural communities, to give free dental check to people, and then also recommend, any other practices that they could do, or recommend them to like the nearest dentist if it's something that is serious. You understand? Yes. So we have that going. This year alone, we're planning to reach 100,000 people directly with dental check. In terms of awareness, we're planning to reach 60 million plus people by just creating the awareness. Yeah. So those are some of the plans we have for week. There are also other initiatives that are coming, like we have like some of our dentists come on our social media platforms to talk to consumers for free. People come and share their stories, talk about some of the things they experienced that they never really think was like an oral health problem. So we have those things also running. So all through the year, these are some of the activities we run. Yeah.
Okay.
So good luck, Pepsodent.
Thank you.
And thank you for coming to intimate us of your plans and all that.
Yeah.
Eva Ogudu is Category Manager, Oral Care over at Unilever. And Stanley Okeke is Manager, Research and Development, also at Unilever Nigeria PLC. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
And good luck with your campaigns.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Sunrise will be right back, and we shall be talking, from teeth, we'll go to the heart.
The heart of the matter. The heart.